Hey everyone, welcome back. I haven't done a sales video in months, so uh, since then I've separated my stores completely into cards only. In this store here, which has the solds hot hidden. So if you go to completed listings, it's not going to show you all the ones that actually sold, only the ones that I haven't converted over yet. So to good till canceled. Um, Anyway, so if you guys did want to check it out, CP limit, got a few thousand listings. In just a few short months, I have over 1,000 feedback. Doing very well with this store. Deciding still how much time I want to put into it, but it's a great source of income, and cards don't take up a lot of space. So that's cool. So let's go over hard goods, things that are very common at thrift stores or things like it are very common. So I'm just literally, I'm gonna upload this October 8th. These are things I've sold in the past day. So and this store I have less than 1,000 items now, averaging maybe 10,000 a month off the 1,000 items. Nothing crazy, but I do have a pretty high sell-through rate. That's why I'm only gonna go through the things that actually sold, and we'll go from there. Atari stuff is hit or miss. There's a couple older Atari systems that sell. They're really annoying to test. Not super recommended to buy that stuff. There's some games that are worth nothing, and then some games that are worth a lot. But more games are worth nothing than anything. If you find a lot at a garage sale, it might be worth it to pick it up for $5. You could probably sell it for maybe 30 or 40. And if there's a rare game, I've sold games up to $50 before. But again, it's a little tedious. Sometimes they're really dirty, and a lot of this stuff goes untested. So with that being said, stuff that's new in the box or that has the original box for video game stuff that's older is usually very collectible, up to like Nintendo 64 and earlier. So you got Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, Game Boy. Some of these, just the boxes themselves are worth quite a bit of money. So that's how I sold this, an original box. So that's just a thought there. New in the box figures, find all the time. This actually got on an online auction lot. I had a couple of these figures. I think I paid like $80 to $100 for the lot on one of the many auction sites. I forgot which one. And then just there was a bunch of stuff, and there was 3 of these, and this is the cheapest one. I think I sold the other 2 already for like $40 each. Amiibos, they're all, minimum it's like $8.99, $9.99, $9.99. So if you see a bag of these, I got a bag of these at the thrift store. With like 5 or 6 in there, and some of them were $20, $30 each. Paid like $3 or $4.99, and bam, there's at least there was $100 of Amiibos in there, all sold already. They sell very fast if you price them right. These are really cool. I actually opened this box up. Didn't even realize it was in one of these lots. Didn't know what it was necessarily. I don't think anyone did because the auction didn't go very high. There ended up being 2 inside here. I sold, they both work. I bought a charger for just $3 or $4 on eBay. Waited to come in. They both work fine. They have wear though. The one I sold without the box for like 70 or 80, and this one with the box I sold for 145. I probably could have got even a little more if I held out. This ended on auction. A really cool Ralph Lauren like painted shirt. I gotta relist that. Leapfrog Games. Now there's different generations of them. These are the most recent one, the Leapfrog Games, the Ultrabook or whatever, the little green ones. There's other ones, the Leap Pad cartridges that are older. They still sell in lots, but not nearly as much as this. And if you are approved in Amazon, you can sell these individual. I actually I had a lot more than this. I sold the ones that were worth selling on Amazon there. I lotted the rest up here. And as you can see, that's pretty cool price, $5 a pop for each of these. I probably could have thrown a couple of the other ones I put on Amazon in here. Maybe got a lot more than that. This didn't sell. We're not going to go over that. So I lot up 7 to 8. Actually, I have it right here. 7 to 8 video games will fit in a flat rate padded envelope. And so I usually do lots of games that don't really sell individually, and I'll put them in a lot, and I'll do free shipping for $14.99 or $19.99. That way you get at least 2 sometimes $3 per game, up to from 6 to 8 games will fit inside of there, make it worth it. I stick to the same genre or just put a bunch of random games in there. That works out. This is just a cool little Pokemon charger. Here's some more of the Amiibos that sold, $21.99, $13.43, $16.99. The same person bought these Disney Infinity figures, which a lot of these aren't really worth much anymore. There's one that, oh yeah, there's one right here that is over $24.99, which is great, but generally speaking, most of them are not really worth money. There are a couple rare ones, again, not sure which ones they are. You gotta look them up. It gets tedious. Another Amiibo here, $16.99. So Schleek and Safari are really cool figures to look out for. Like a bag of horses like this, or different animals, or jungle animals, or farm animals. All sorts of animals, fish, dragons. There's all sorts of different Schleek and Safari figures. These I got in 2 or 3 separate bags for a total of, I think, 10 or 15 bucks. And they did pretty good. They sold relatively quickly, maybe a month. You probably could even put them on auction and do well there. I love picking up lots of Tomy figures and then kind of parting them out. This is like kind of all, I actually don't know who evolves into who, like with this. I knew they all kind of were in the same, they're all grass. So, and I know some of these evolve into one another anyway. So I just threw, these are like kind of leftovers. I put them in a lot. They sold pretty well. This I literally sold within like a day. I picked it up for, I think, $7.99 at the thrift store. Again, sealed in the box figures. I would say 60 to 70% of the time they are worth picking up, but a lot of times they're not. So you definitely got to scan them. I like going through the store, throwing everything in my cart, and then going through it after that. I still have a bunch of signed books from the book trucks I used to do. Used to go pick up like basically 2-3 pallets full from thrift stores. I don't do that anymore. It's just very, very time consuming, and the labor intensive. And sometimes I would make, ridiculous. Like I think the best was like $6,000 we made off of one truck, and we paid just a few hundred, which is amazing. But then sometimes you do all of this work and you only make a few $100 or not even, and you don't even see that money for a while. And yeah, it wasn't worth it. And I'm down to one full-time helper now. So and I may slim that down even further. I think I'm gonna go try solo for a little while. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, back to this. I love Pokemon card lots. When you start to know certain specific niches, I'm not saying everybody go do Pokemon cards, right? There's a lot of money in it, but you got to know what you're looking for. I spent years learning about this. Now, if you're an avid collector and you want to turn into a seller, that's another thing. It's a lot of fun, but you need a lot of money, right? You got to buy large collections and part them out. It's very, very time consuming. I'm actually scaling that down because even though these numbers here look amazing, it was something I identified that took 80% of my time for 20% of the results of the income that I'm making. So I'm definitely scaling that down, not putting as much time or money into it. So plus I got plenty of cards to last me months to list without having to buy, so I'm going to scale that down. Mighty Max, this MM, always pick those up. They sell either individually or in lots. They do very well. They sell for more if they have all the little miniature figures inside. This is a cool vinyl. I had it for a long time and I forgot it wasn't listed. I listed it, sold within about a week, $55.99. This is another small book lot from the. This is an example from the trucks. This is an example of turning nothing into something. When you lot things together, books 1 through 4 individually, they don't sell at all. This would have been an easy donation, but I lotted it up, put it up. Here's I do buy shoes now. These were most of the shoes I buy are $14.99 or less. So, and the 14, I wouldn't buy these for more than maybe $11 or $12.99 selling at this price. But it's still a cool flip. DVD from a truck, books from a truck, DVD from a truck. There is money. If you can get a big box of DVDs, there are some, like if you find obscure or horror movies that you haven't heard of, and different. Sometimes there's like concert DVDs, lots of Disney DVDs, even some Disney DVDs individually. Some of them do very well, and box sets as well, and some older DVDs. But pretty much, if you've heard of it, if you've heard of the DVD, it doesn't sell. I do sell large lots of DVDs, but it wasn't worth it anymore because it took up a lot of space, and I didn't have a lot of space, and it wasn't worth a lot. So this came from the truck as well. We had a bunch of comics. We split them up and lotted them up. Sweater that's been sitting forever. These figures have been sitting forever. This is an example of I didn't feel like spending the $15 to buy the battery and the charger for this, so I just sold it as untested. I don't have a battery or a charger for it. Sometimes I think it's worth it, but if I can only get $40 for it if it works, and then I buy and test it, then I can't say it's untested. So I just sold it as parts only, untested. A lot of Ps2 games. Some of them are worth individually. I mean, this $24.63. Pants here, I think. Oh yeah, so I'm on a diet, and a lot of this stuff is just way too baggy now. I'm on a keto diet. I lost a lot of weight, so I'm actually selling a couple. I think I wore this like once. This is a cool motorcycle jacket. If you find jackets where like these have like padding inside of it, like actual plastic, like hard plastic pads in there for motorcyclists. So I think I got this for $20. That was a good flip. This I didn't know what it was when I got it, but it looked really cool, lit up and stuff. Sometimes this stuff's worth a lot, especially like Power Ranger ones or other older toys like that. This was definitely lackluster, but I did get it for $1.99, and it was profitable. Let's actually switch it over to sold, unless... Okay. Sorry, usually I have it on sold so you don't see any of the black. Another Amiibo. I have been selling some pre-owned eyewear. They sell pretty good. I think I might want to get into that a little more. Doesn't take up a lot of space. And yeah, so this had no dongle, the receiver for it. Still, you can sell this stuff. And people will pay for it. So I like buying lots of video game stuff, lots of Pokemon cards. I like buying lots of things that I like and I enjoy and that I know about. I'm trying to branch out, like I said, with the books and with I think I bought a couple lots of eyewear. So we'll see. Another Amiibo. This was from that same lot. These also within a couple of days. This is pretty cool. These actually do sell individually on Amazon for decent. But I looked at what I can get on eBay, and I can get like twice as much. Like altogether, this maybe would have made me $5, $3, $2, and then this wouldn't sell. So I would have only made like maybe $18, but I made quite a bit more. And this was, I think, I could sell this first class, putting it in a padded envelope. So this worked out. This sold very quickly. This was actually returned from Amazon. It didn't sell. We popped it on eBay. It sold. Let's scroll down here. Yeah, these wire guitars sell well. They sell well on Amazon too. I'm not sure. I forgot why we didn't list these on Amazon. Anyway, and then as far as vinyls, you can lot up like artists, even just 2 or 3 from the same artist. Even if they don't sell individually, they will sell in lots for an artist, for most artists. Some artists will just never sell ever. Or there's just so many listed and only they sell once in a while. Here's a car part. Got those once in a while. I think I got it from a storage auction a long time ago. I bought a bunch of lots of different tablets. This is one of them. Very, very, very high return rate. I don't think I'll ever do it again. It is such a high return rate for these tablets electronics. They're tested. They work. It's like a 30 or 40% return rate. Not sure what's going on there. Haven't really, looked into it much further to see what the issue might be. Maybe it was just a fluke. But I know generally it's higher return rate, but man. Wrestling shoes, always a good seller. I think I overpaid for these, and I just wanted to get rid of them. I shouldn't have bought those. This, I'm glad I'm getting some of these lots out. You could see like 40 CDs and 40 DVDs, like things like this. They don't sell for very much, and they take up a lot of space, and it's really annoying to ship. So I just try to stay away from those now. Another DVD. I didn't sell this on Amazon. Some of them, I got to figure this out. And if anyone knows, I'd be very, very appreciative. And I found a YouTube video on it, but it doesn't seem to work, putting in a special code. But a lot of these have parental codes, and I can't seem to figure out how to remove that. I haven't looked into it myself very much, but I know my helpers, they haven't been able to figure it out. So Skylanders are like sinking in price. There's only a handful of them that are worth money. The lots still sell okay. It'll probably do well for this Q4. I would stay away. The handheld or the miniature games. Excuse me. Oh, got some coffee. They actually do very well. This is the cheapest they'll ever go for, and a lot of them, like there's the Radica big screen Tetris, for instance. I think it's like going for like $100. I've sold these little handheld games, some of them upwards of $200. Some are very, very rare. So keep your eye out. You know, I got it for $1.99. I sold for $11.99. I didn't even look it up because I just know they sell, and this is a little underwhelming, but still profitable. PSA graded Pokemon cards are, some of them are worth a lot of money. At the most, I've sold them for up to $2,000. Again, another book lots. We have a vinyl here. I don't know about Savers in your area, but Savers in my area they jacked up the price to $4.99 per vinyl. It's just not even worth it anymore. I think I got this on the truck. Here's a cool. Now there's Tomy and there's Jax. Tomy figures are worth money. Some of them I've sold up to $50 to $70 per. Jax, this is probably the highest it'll go. There's some that might be worth more, some of the larger ones. But generally, unless they're pretty rare, I usually sell them in lots. Because individually, I mean, this is the most, and the Gengar figure usually is the most desirable one and sells pretty well. And I've sold this multiple times. Just be careful. There's a lot of counterfeit, not for Jax because they're not worth much, but Tomy figures and just Pokemon figures in general. There's a lot of counterfeits. You got to be careful. Same thing with Pokemon cards. Alrighty, here we go. See, like this is a just, it's Tomy, but it's like a larger figure. It has a couple marks on it. Sold well. I make a lot of money off Pokemon cards by sorting them appropriately. So if you guys want to check out my lots, you can. You can copy me if you want, but you really got to know what you're looking for and be able to sort, take out the fakes, sort by condition, and put everything in piles. And I do it like as fast as humanly possible, and it still takes a very, very long amount of time. Another pair of glasses here. Makeup, some does very, very well. You could find like bags of new makeup at thrift stores. I highly recommend checking them out. Sometimes there's rare samples or old stock, discontinued types of makeup items that are very desirable. I'm not sure why I sold this on eBay. Maybe I just didn't want to ship it into Amazon because it was so big. Probably. The Fisher Price Trio blocks, some of these sets are worth a lot of money. If you're approved to sell them on Amazon and they're complete, almost all of them are worth getting for, if you can get them at the thrift store for, $5 or $10 even. And sealed, a lot of these older ones are worth a lot of money. And if they're not complete, you can just like these. I just mixed up a bunch of sets together, sold them in a lot. This sold very quickly. I sell it. You could sell it for more. I want larger lots now out of my, as you can see behind me, I'm back in the garage. I have limited space, and I do not want large lots sitting around for a long time. Zumba is getting less and less popular. FootJoy does very well, but certain shirts, these poles do very well. some of these RPG board games, like, they look so cool, but they're becoming more and more common, and some are not worth a lot at all, and some are worth like hundreds. So you got to just be careful what you're paying, because this only sold for $18.99 plus shipping, and it's very heavy, and it's kind of annoying to ship because it's a little bulky and it was hard to find a box. I do a lot like connect games together in different genres. Like, this is an example of one of them. This can ship first class and a flat rate padded, so it'll be like $3 to ship, $4 to ship, and I'm making that money because they don't sell individually. This was probably sitting around for a very long time. I do not sell things this cheap anymore. I really try to keep things above $10, and I really want to get above $20. I'm very close. Like, if anyone's interested, I have about 500 $6 to $20 items that I'm trying to get rid of. So 500 times, let's see. So we got 500 times, let's say average price is $12. So it's $6,000 worth of stuff. Make me an offer. I would love to just get rid of it. And I have a 40 to 50% sell through. Stuff's gonna sell. You can even put it in lots. I may have already exhausted a lot of the lots that could possibly happen. I mean, you can look through my store. So this was sitting around for a very long time. I kept lowering the price and finally sold. Hexbug Nano does very well. This little remote here was missing the battery cover, so I sold this in this lot. I just threw them all in there. But the Hexbugs do very well. If you could find like a big box of them or something, they'll sell very well. This has been sitting forever. I'm very happy that sold. Here's an example of something you've heard that sells. It's a Blu-ray though, but something you've heard of that actually sells. Unless it's like brand new, it's like not very common that you've heard of the title and it sells for more than like $5. The Pokemon coins, the plastic coins in large lots, do decent. Robert Graham is really tanking in price, especially used. Get through this. I got these in a lot. I'm not going to talk much about that. Bakugan sealed stuff. I thought this would sell for more. It didn't, but a lot of times these, like this wasn't listed on Amazon, so I couldn't. But a lot of these on Amazon do very well. When you do pick up Harry Potter books, I think, yeah, maybe it shouldn't have been listed as like new, but it was in excellent condition. But check the, like, sometimes I get these weird questions about Harry Potter books, like look on the inside and what numbers they are and stuff like that. I think there's a way to check. I never really looked into it. I think there's a way to check, even if it's first edition. Among the first editions, there may be, you know, ones that are from a different publisher. What, I don't even know. So check into that. But I know the first one sells for a lot more than this. And if you ever get one signed, that's the first edition, it sells for a lot of money, or at least last I checked, it does. There was I got this in a lot, but there was a massive sale on back to school stuff. I know at Target the backpacks were selling very cheap. There was definitely a good arbitrage opportunity there. I didn't want to really pour money into it because you really only make in maybe 100%. Plus a lot of them were eBay only, so wasn't really. This I probably should have asked for more. I was just kind of testing it out, and now I'll probably do buy it now for these, for the bulk Magic card lots. But they sell, like, bulk Pokemon cards sell for a heck of a lot more, like 4 or 5 times more than bulk Magic cards. But there's individual Magic cards that are worth 10 times more, the most expensive. Well, I shouldn't say that, but not, you know, lately it's been getting toe to toe. But there are quite a bit more Magic cards that are worth a lot of money. There's only a handful of Pokemon cards that are worth over 1,000. There's quite a few Magic cards that are worth over 1,000. Now, if you do find these lots, Pokemon card or Magic card lots or Yu-Gi-Oh card lots or whatever, you know, trading cards you find at the thrift store, you know, and you get all excited, most of the time it's not going to be very much in there. Sometimes there might be some really good stuff. Best way to do it is lay out everything really well. Take great pictures of the titles of all the cards clearly. Like you can even line them up all like this if you have no idea what you're doing, and start at, you know, whatever you paid for it plus shipping, and go from there, and then just do it at an auction. So here's an example of an obscure DVD. I had it at 100 for a while. I just lowered it and sold. All right, we slowly lowered it over the past few months. The Pokemon card lot. I'm gonna stop soon. Old Pokemon booster packs sell very, very well. I mean, there's some worth a lot of money. Another Amiibo. Here's a cool like Atari game soundtrack, and this thing is in really bad condition, and it sold for $17.99. These I found 2 inside of one bag for $1.99, so I picked it up and put it quantity 2, and one person bought these 2 and this, so I get to ship it all together. I made money, but I didn't even look these up. Sometimes I get a little cocky and I don't look stuff up, and then I get screwed. Now the Rock Band, the actual dongle, not the USB hub what this is, but the actual, they look just like this, but it's a little shorter. The actual dongles, like some of them sell for 30, 40, 50 bucks. So keep your eyes out for those little bags of those. If you see like little Guitar Hero connectors and stuff, they got to be like Rock Band or Guitar Hero brand. If they're not, they're like off brand. They may or may not be worth money, but you got to look it up. Let's see here. We're going to stop a little soon. This was, I stopped just caring to count these large Lego sets. So we lay everything out really nice, take a bunch of pictures and say, may or may not be complete, right? C notes, looks complete, possibly. We took great pictures, it's clean. Here, you know, and put it at a discounted price. Even at this, like I think I got this for like $5.99. That's still a good resale value. This I got in a lot. It's a musical Metronome. Here's the most games that will fit inside of flat rate padded. So I shipped this anywhere for $6.90. So, and they're snug in there, and it's not good for expensive games, but for game because the cases can break, because there's really not a lot of padding because you're really kind of fitting in there pretty tight. But I haven't had one complaint. I've done a lot of them, so it does well. You can even do that with well, you can't really do it with CDs and DVDs because you do medium mail, but with video games you can't do it medium mail. So this has been forever. Like we used to take such horrible pictures of our shirts. I've been low on prices. I like look at my store. Anything up to 20 bucks. I would say like up to $19.99. Make me an offer. And if I'm on Long Island, if you're local, you can come scoop it all up. I would love that. You can even use my pictures, my titles, everything. I don't want to. And I make, you know, quite a bit of money. I mean, this stuff sells, so I want my time back for other things that I want to invest my time into. Here's a couple those Tomy figures, man, and you got to make sure they're like I put official genuine in there so people know, because there's a lot of fakes. Like you see some brands that always says like genuine or official because there's a lot of fakes, or there's a lot of off brands. So anyway, this is cool. $34.99 for one little horse. I mean, this thing is like yay big. It's like 2 inches. So this will actually hopefully eventually sell. I just relisted everything good till canceled, so we shouldn't see much of this anymore. But yeah, guys, stuff doesn't sell for me either, and it's been sitting around for a while. You know, I try to leverage promoted listings and sales, but I'm happy at the rate things are selling. So now wooden salad bowls, check the brand. This is a great brand. There are other brands that are very good. High quality dishes and like cool stuff like this, like these nice wooden bowls. I could have got more for that, but that was a good price. And I think I paid $6.99 for them all. It was all like taped up. It was really annoying with thick tape. I'm glad it didn't leave marks, but this has no dongle, so we couldn't even, I mean, it powers on, everything looks like it's in great condition. So if you see these a lot of times for $1.99, $2.99 at the thrift store, they're easy flips, right? Annoying to ship, but I put together a couple priority, the mailing boxes, the wide ones. You put 2 of them or 3 of them together, and you can make a big box to ship these out in pretty easily. Wish I could have got more. I probably wouldn't buy that again just because the amount of time it takes to ship these things. Let's go to the next page. Why not? Old graphics card. Probably didn't make much on it. This, for some reason, I had to give him a full refund. It wasn't working, and it's not even worth shipping it back. Some older cool DVD collections are worth money. DVD lot. Let's see here. These, if you ever see these, Tokidoki, these things sell, man. These things sell for a lot of money. I found this. This actually came in one of the book trucks in like a bag of bottle caps. And that fit right into a flat rate padded envelope. Yeah, for some reason we weren't allowed to sell this on Amazon. Another figures. See, I really like selling small stuff. Really want to get into that more and more and more. So, yeah, Cashmere Polo still sells apparently pretty well. Look at that. That's a good price. But Polo, Ralph Lauren in general, is, you really gotta look for unique stuff within that brand. This is like a 4-inch figure. This is not very big. $17.99. So if you know your figures, there's so many like little bags of toys. What I used to do to learn is I picked up anything I thought was worth money, and I spent an extra $3, $4, $5, $10 every time I went. A couple times a week, and usually I would at the very least make my money back, and sometimes I make a lot of money. And then during that whole time, you're learning and getting all the experience hands-on, right? Hands-on experience is key, because trying to, I don't know half the figures out there. I just know what I've already found, and then I can go buy those over and over again. But it's a better use of your time rather than just studying and getting nothing out of it. You're at the very least making your money back, and a lot of times we would definitely make a good amount of profit. And now, this came in a bag with a bunch of other stuff for $1.99, and so I can, consistently make $30, $40, $50 off of these bags when you pick out the right ones. And I don't, maybe once or twice a week I'll get a couple bags, but it's getting harder, guys. It's definitely getting harder out there. Sony mini disc player. This sold instantly. I could have got a lot more. Again, I don't want big stuff around, so I sell it at a discounted price, well under market. This is actually pretty cool. I didn't know what this was to go for, because I wasn't even sure if it really worked. It plugged in, and I don't know if it was an error or if there's some other issue, or if it had the charger like this, or if this is just to connect to the computer. I don't know what the thing was, so I just threw it on auction at a low price, and it sold, and it's been a while, so apparently it all worked out. A lot of the Pokemon stuff, the newer stuff, it's not Tommy's, like just Pokemon brand on there. It just says a little Pokemon stamp. These come in like the collection boxes and stuff. They're worth money, but none of them are really worth individual, so I just lot them up and popped it on auction. I think it started in $19.99 and went up to $23.50, which is cool. These are worth money. They'll always sell. The gold Pokemon cards, the Burger King ones. Online codes sell, but the thing is, when you buy them used or in collections, you don't know if these all work, right? So the person I sold this to actually had to refund 25% of what he paid for it, because they didn't 25%, about 25% didn't work. So I have no problem doing that. I'm not going to necessarily say that in a listing. I'll just deal with that with really good customer service after. Otherwise, no one's really going to buy it. And that's not necessarily being, as far as I'm concerned, they're unused. But sometimes I'll run into a collection that I may put in there, and there's no way of telling if these codes are used or not. But I have absolutely no problem giving a very, very fair, more than fair refund for people who have issues with that. So, yeah, I think these turned on, but the disk drives didn't work. but they're very heavy. So we just sold them all together in a lot. There's a really cool sale on the glasses. So there's some really, really good brands for pre-owned glasses. Really like that. Yeah. Kids DVD sets, I would always look those up. Not individual DVDs, but the DVD sets. And also I didn't add in anime DVDs and DVD sets. Some of them worth a lot of money. Check those out. The Franklin Library, the Easton Press is the ones those are worth a lot. The Franklin Library, they're worth money, but not nearly as much. And there's some within the Franklin Library that are more rare that are worth money. But the Easton Press, which they look very similar and in quality are similar, those are the ones that are worth a lot of money. I've gotten Easton Press lots. I mean, I spent maybe $100 on like 10 of them, but like let's say just 10 for $10, and I made easily $1,000 off of that lot. They were worth a lot of money. So Littlest Pet Shop, LPS, Little Doggies. Some of them are really rare. I don't know the names of any of them or any idea what's rare. I just always get them, get big lots, and put them on auction, take good pictures. But they always sell. Here's a really, really good brand, Burberry Brit. I know you know Burberry, but Burberry Brit is also very, very good. These are all empty, so I get a lot of collections, and I put it at a very, very low price. I probably could have got more, sold very, very quickly. I just want to get rid of these larger lot. Here's that other Zune Halo 3, 2 for 1. Sold for $68.99 very quickly. This has been sitting forever. I thought it was the coolest, like, cooler picnic thing. I did buy it for $20. I had it up for $100 forever. Then it went down to $90, then $80, then blah, blah, blah. And we dropped it down all the way to $40. It finally sold. It probably would have sold higher if I would have just waited till Christmas, but okay. Now used Type 2, Type 3, and Type 4, and metal capsule 100, and like the higher end recordable blank cassettes. These are used, and they sold for $90. New ones sell for a lot of money. I mean, this is some really, really good high quality stuff to keep an eye out for. Oh, that looked like a large unit. I'm like, what? Free shipping? This is actually small. I think this was even first class. Always keep my eye out for collectible Nikes. Savers, they price their stuff high, so I really only pick up the rare or obscure stuff or things that are a little more, low, collectible, I guess is the word. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop there. Let's maybe get one or two more things. Yeah, this is when I think I ended a bunch of stuff. Okay. We all know Texas Instruments. So this is a brand new shirt. I got it for like $2.99 at Savers. So even t-shirts, I don't really like buying t-shirts. The only reason I even looked at this one, I saw a bunch that just came out. Like I always look at the racks that are coming out, and if there's t-shirts on there, I think I found a couple new A6 ones. They were pretty cool, so I picked those up. By the way, that YouTube channel I just closed out, Graham Stephen, he's very, very good. I would check him out, especially if you're into real estate, investing, and things like that. He makes a lot of money with passive income doing real estate. So he's very good with his money. Yeah, Bluetooth. Even these are a little older. The person who bought this said they had the same one, it broke, and they want this. So there's a lot of people who they got something like 5-10 years ago, and it broke, and they want the same exact thing because they're comfortable, they know how to use it, they like it. So that's why a lot of this, like some seemingly older stuff, sells very well. Ralph Lauren shirts with this is wool with the patches and a turtleneck. I mean, it has like 3 really cool features. That's why it sold so much. So a Ralph Lauren, just a regular sweater, it's not going to sell very well. Then you got wool. Then you got the leather elbow patches, and then you got the turtleneck. So you definitely got to get the more obscure, different Ralph Lauren stuff, and it will sell. Etch-a-Sketch, Thomas the Train. These are like magnetic figures. I think it came in 2 or 1 large bag for like $5 or $10. I probably could have got more. Plus, this picture is really dark. I think we had a problem with our camera settings. This Pokemon Pokédex, always get them. Always get them. They sell very well. Even if they don't work, you can sell for like 10 or 15 bucks. Guitar Hero guitars, if you don't mind shipping them, great opportunity in almost all of them. But you got to get the good ones, not the cheap. They've made a lot of cheap third-party ones. Some of the third-party ones are good. Some are just absolute garbage. Imaginex Figures, I've gone over this in a past video. They do very well. They sell for about $1 a piece. So if you see a big bag, about 20 of these in there for $1.99, you pick it up. It's easy 20 bucks. I mean, easy. I mean, you could put it on a 99-cent auction. It'll sell. Empty, more expensive, older video game cases, even new ones, they will sell with case only, $7.99. Round 2 Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Holiday Figure Collection. These sell, and they'll definitely sell for more during the Christmas time. They're more collectible. Some instruments. I sell a lot of different stuff, guys. That's why I love doing these videos for you guys. I'm gonna jump back on, do these once a week. These 3G microcells, great purchase. I bought it for $3.99, sold within a day. Didn't even have the AC adapter with it. Tested with another one, sold it by itself, and it sold very, very quickly, but I definitely undercutted the price. Jeez. Could have sold it for more than that. Leap head stuff sells very well. Another pair of glasses. Micro machines. You see them, you pick them up. The little cars, or even the little tiny figures, pick those up. Some of them worth a lot of money. Here's an interesting older like vintage figures. Even the like these are not very desirable, and they still like old figures. They'll sell. Put them in lots like this. Maybe if I just sold this guy by itself, it's not worth it. But if you see a bag of similar figures that are older, I pick them up. You can always sell them in a lot. And now I learned about this brand and what these are. If I see them again, I'm probably not going to buy them. But I made money and I gained experience at the same time. So I'm basically profiting off of my education. So it's a great way to learn a lot of stuff. This was ours. Our son outgrew this. We used it very, very lightly. Actually, it's still sitting here. This guy didn't want to pay the shipping. And I think I relisted it. It hasn't sold. Anyone want a stroller? This is a $250 stroller that still sells very well. That's it, guys. Oh yeah, these. So check this out. These are all little tiny cardboard baby board books. 40 bucks. I mean, and it was a good 13 pounds. So definitely, $10 to $15 shipping, but medium L. But yeah, guys, anything in large lots that is even semi-desirable will sell, right? So same thing here. I lot these up. Figure out how to do creative lots. And if you can also, take it to the next level. Figure out how to do creative lots for replenishables, Let's say I had an unlimited supply of, like, different safari figures. And this is where research comes in, doing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of research and experimentation will eventually get you there. So that's it, guys. I think, it's just more of the same. Oh yeah, here's some micro machines, 24 for 30 bucks, and this is a low end. I could have got more if I did buy it now. I didn't want to look these up individually, but some I've seen the same amount go for like $100, and I'm like, oh wow, it must have been rare or something. So Filson is a great clothing brand if you didn't know. Did find a Purple Label shirt here. Look, it's all wrinkled and everything. Here's our Burberry Brit. These both sold overnight when we listed them. I bought these for about $15 each. Savers is expensive for clothes. I'm only going to pick up stuff that sells well and sells pretty quick. So here's a vintage Imaginex, which they look a little like smaller, and it came with all this stuff, and it didn't really sell very well. Unfortunately, here's another cool figure that sold very, very well. Some cool Adidas shoes. But I'm going to stop. I am very, very happy to be back. Sorry I haven't I'm not going to be putting up a video every day. I don't think I can handle that. But I would appreciate if you guys have any ideas of something. I do, so let me just give you a little background. I do about it fluctuates between 30 and 50K a month. I really want to grow that and do other things, but I've been consistently doing 30 to 50K a month for a long time. I've had a warehouse. I've worked from home. I've done Amazon. I've done wholesale. Done a lot of different things. Sell on eBay. I've have like probably 100 sales now on Mercari. So if you guys have any questions or if you have any ideas of different videos I can make, that would help me just to speed up the process of getting this stuff out to you guys. Until next time, thank you, and that's it.